Everybody, what's going on? I am Ian Douglas. I'm really digging on that heavy metal kind of guitar riff on Game of Thrones. Really enjoying that. How's it going? Happy Thursday. I wasn't gonna stream tonight, but changed my mind. Got home from the conference a little early, and it was local here in Colorado. It was local, and so I decided to just hang out and thought, well, I'm home, so I might as well stream. Nothing else going on really tonight. So hello, hope you're all doing well. Hey, Slim Pickens, good to see you in chat. GND 404, good to see you as well. Hope you're all doing well. What's going on this Thursday? What's new in your worlds? Not much else going on in my world. Let me tip this up a little bit so we can see more of those awesome 3D printed logos up there. Father Funk 3D sent me a logo, so I'm gonna get that up on the wall panel sometime over the next couple of days. Got some dragons to give away. Been dealing with some printer failures and trying to get some dragons printed. One of them is, well, one printer that I've been trying to get working is having bed adhesion problems, and I forget why I turned off this first one. I think I just didn't want to start another print in the middle of the night last night. But yeah, it's been going well.
Hello.
Hello. That's my youngest just hanging out. Slim Pickens says, I got an email saying I won a dragon. I already won one on here. You don't need another. Well, Slim Pickens, you're welcome to gift that to somebody else. So G&D, I don't think G&D has won one. So up to you. You can regift it, or you can send me an address of where else you would like to send it. And I will forward it accordingly. Just make sure they know that they're getting a 3D printed dragon in the mail, so they don't get the box and they're like, what the heck is this, and try to send it back to me. But yeah, if you'd like it shipped to a different name and address, just send me that info and let me know. Or if you want to gift it to someone else in chat, I'm totally cool with that too. G&D says, doing pretty good. Starting the new job next week. Not tech, but the resume and interview advice you gave really helped. Awesome. I'm really glad to hear that. Even though it's not tech, that's totally great. Hey, the new hint water shipment's coming in like tomorrow, so we need to drink up that hint water. So you're welcome to have plain water, but have some hint water too. If anybody wants one, they're more than welcome to it. I mean, we can just draw for 2 of them tonight if we want to do that. So we'll start the giveaway thing anyway, and people can do Bang Dragon as they kind of filter in, and maybe we'll draw for 2 then, and one of them will be the one that I told Slim Pickens via email that they were going to win. So Slim Pickens subscribed to the email series and won a dragon from there. So you can do Bang email in here, and so you can go follow this link if you want, and you can go subscribe to that email series, and you'll have an additional chance to be gifted a 3D printed dragon. Love to see others win stuff. Awesome. Appreciate that very much. See what else is going on. So yeah, I was at a tech conference here in the Denver region over the last 2 days. Made some really good contacts. Did a live stream for work this morning. You can go check that out if you want to go check out twitch.tv/getpostman. You can go check it out on there. We were learning all about webhooks and how to do kind of these one-way HTTP calls using something we call webhooks, and using the PayPal API for that kind of stuff, and just seeing how straightforward it is. I won't say it's easy, but as a developer, you spend a little bit of time in development working with APIs and protocols and things like that. It's pretty straightforward to get that kind of thing set up. Let's see, what else is going on? We're about to get like 13 inches of snow. Some ridiculous amount of snow. Yeah, so
a lot of snow.
They just called like a winter advisory warning or something. So we're gonna get anywhere from 6 to 13 inches of snow apparently over the next 2 days. So that'll be fun.
Yeah, and it was 87 today.
And it was 87 Fahrenheit here today, which is really warm Celsius.
Like 25 to 30 Celsius.
Come up and say hi to everybody too. Come here. No, he changed his mind. All right. Well, Riker decided to come hang out with us too, so it's a whole family affair now. Yep. Let's see. So what else is going on? So I figured for stream tonight we just kind of hang out and chat. I do have a backlog of questions in Discord, so I'm happy to go through some of those and answer some of those questions. Now you're gonna come up and say hi to everybody. Come on. All right. Riker wants to say hello to everybody. Hello, Riker. Hello, big puppy. All right, big giant dog. Oh, big giant dog. Yes, you are.
Echo.
Cool. Well, I got a string. So, cool. All right, let's see what else is going on. Yeah, if you're watching this on YouTube later, please like and subscribe, and tell your friends. I got a lot of helpful advice on here, and perspectives, and a lot of guest spots, and resume reviews, all kinds of stuff. So go check out the YouTube recording, and or recordings rather. But if you're watching this on YouTube, please give it a like and subscribe, and tell other friends about it. A lot of the advice I give is general enough, as we see from G&D 404. You know, they got a job in tech applying some of this advice, or a job not in tech, by using some of this advice. And so while my forte is being in the tech industry, because I've been doing this a long time, the advice that I'm giving is generalized enough that people outside of the tech industry can apply the knowledge as well. So G&D said in chat, I was envious. As a child, I was envious of not living in a country with snow. As an adult, I'm grateful for it. Yeah, I hear ya. Slim Piggin says, glad we don't have to deal with snow here very often, but when we do, the power grid goes down. Oh no, that's not good. That's not good at all. So one of the last years that I lived in the city of Ottawa, I was living in a suburb west of Ottawa. And it was one of the few neighborhoods around the Ottawa region that actually buried their power lines underground. And in the winter of 1998, they had a really like long duration ice storm. So it was basically like raining, freezing rain for quite a long time, and it was building up on power lines and like snapping power lines and snapping power posts. And for years afterwards, you go down the freeway and like all the trees are curled over from just the weight of all this ice that was hanging on there, snapping trees and things like that. And there were huge areas of that whole region that just had no power at all. But my neighborhood maintained power because everything was buried underground, and so it was kind of interesting from that perspective. Oh, G&D wants me to critique a job post. This was something that we did last Friday, I believe. We did a couple of job posts, and it was a lot of fun. So yeah, we'll definitely dig in on that. And let me go find a job post. Let's see, where will we find a job post? Last time we picked on Indeed. Let's go pick on monster.com tonight. So let me switch my screen over here. And let me go find that browser window. And then it's going to be Monster Jobs. We'll make this a little bigger. This one also a little bigger. There we go. Cool. Let's go find some jobs on monster.com. No, I don't want to pay for monster.com, and they certainly may not know my location. Let's go look for. Let's try to find like an entry-level like JavaScript developer job. So let's look for junior JavaScript, and let's look in. I don't know. Give me a region. Somebody give me like a city and state in chat. Let's go find a junior JavaScript role. Give me a location. And we'll go see what we can find. Any suggestions? Come on, chat. I know you're out there. Give me some ideas of what we can, the location that we can go look at. Los Angeles? All right, well, that covers a lot of ground. Let's look at, let's see, the tech centers are going to be like Santa Monica or Irvine. Those will be the two areas of LA that are going to have most of those job posts. Well, maybe Thousand Oaks kind of area as well. No, we'll just say Los Angeles. And it's probably going to find stuff all over the region. No, I'm not sending you a resume. Knock it off. Just show me some job posts. No, you don't get to know my location. Software engineer at Google. Randstad USA, never heard of them. Network engineer. I'm looking for a junior JavaScript job. Why are you giving me senior data engineer? Totally unrelated. Entry-level Python developer. That's actually similar to the range that we were looking at Friday night. Like for an entry-level Python developer, $160,000 a year for entry-level Python? That's ridiculous. Programmer analyst, data engineer, entry level, well, Java. I want to try to find like junior JavaScript developer. Software engineer, El Segundo. Let's see. Engineer 2 working overnights for Marriott. $26 an hour to work overnight? I already know this one's going to be bad. Shall we look at the Marriott hotel and see what they're doing? Let's go roast this one. All right, they posted it in May. Engineering and facilities. Renaissance LA Airport Hotel. I wonder when they say engineer if they're looking for like maintenance, kind of like. You're one of those curious kids who opened every cabinet, peeked behind every door, never ceased to ask why. Today you bring your personal style to every experience. You live life to discover. You're passionate about your neighborhood. Always looking to explore the places one wouldn't find in a travel guide. Okay, it's already starting off a little weird. Renaissance is not just a place to spend the night. It's a place to discover. No, trust me, if you're staying at a hotel near the Los Angeles airport at LAX, you are not traveling around that neighborhood. You're staying in your hotel until your shuttle bus comes to take you to the airport the next day. You are not wandering the streets looking for things to do. There's almost nothing to do around that neighborhood. Respond and attend to guest repair requests. Okay, so that's definitely not the kind of engineer role that we're looking for. So we're going to keep looking over here. Software engineer, repairsmith. Nothing with like junior JavaScript kind of name in here. Internship role. Let's go see if this internship role pays any money. Part of your life, part of tomorrow. Already starting off cheesy. All right, so Infineon, a world leader in semiconductor solutions that make life easier, safer, and greener. All right, we got some buzzword bingo going on already. Equal opportunity employer. Without regard to race, color, religion, sex, including pregnancy, childbirth, related medical conditions, gender identity, national origin, ancestry, citizenship, age, physical, mental disability, and so on and so on. Well, we'll see how true this sounds once we dig into it here. Employment there is contingent upon proof of your legal right to work in the United States under applicable law. Well, that's already going to exclude a bunch of people that live in Los Angeles that may want to apply for that job. Verification of satisfactory references. Meh. Reference calls are the weirdest thing. It's like, give me a list of people who are only going to tell me awesome things about you. What's the point? Like, you're only ever going to give me a list of people who are going to tell me amazing things about you. You're not going to go find that manager that absolutely hated you and say, hey, can you give a reference about me to this other company? They're either going to say no or they're going to completely trash talk you. It's like, what would be the point of that? But okay, they want references. Successful completion of a background check and drug test. And signing all of your onboarding documents. Interesting. This is already starting to be a little suspicious because some of those onboarding documents, like, they get so entangled in legal language that the average person doesn't understand what's in them, and you don't always understand what you're signing. And if apparently with this, if you refuse to sign it, you don't get the job. So that's already a little weird, but okay. U.S. export control laws require that they obtain U.S. government export license prior to releasing technologies to certain persons. This offers contingent upon the company's ability to satisfy these export control laws as related to your employment. So that makes it sound like they're willing to consider remote workers in other areas contingent on, like, they're going to buy you a laptop and are they allowed to ship the laptop to where you are. So it's interesting that that's in the job post already. The decision whether or not to submit or pursue an export license to satisfy the contingency shall be at the company's sole discretion. So they could just say, like, nah, we don't want to bother hassling with the government to send a laptop to some, other country, so we're just not going to bother with your application. And this is where making sure you don't have your geography on a resume can help them from biasing against you. Because this is already telling me they're going to bias against you on the geography of where you live. And that's strange. But okay. We haven't even gotten to the job post yet, by the way. This is all just the preamble of, like, this is everything about the company here. So another important notice, requiring all U.S. employees and contractors to be fully vaccinated against COVID-19. Full vaccination is defined as 2 weeks after both doses of a 2-dose vaccine or 2 weeks since a single-dose vaccine. Anyone unable to be vaccinated, either because of sincerely held religious belief or a medical condition or disability, can request a reasonable accommodation. We'll see how that goes. RC Maniac, good to see you in chat as well. Hello, hello. So G&D wanted to look specifically for a remote job as well. Well, we haven't even gotten to the point yet where they say that this is remote friendly. We're still getting through all the like legal jargon. We don't even know what this job is yet. And we're like several paragraphs into this thing already. Take data privacy, identity theft very seriously. We do not request personally identifiable information from applicants over the internet or electronically. Please kindly refrain from disclosing your PII during the application process. Interesting. So they want you to apply for the job, but they don't want your name. They don't want like your phone number. Like that's personally identifiable information. But okay. All right. In your role, you will debug and complete an evaluation board for testing. Board of what? Characterize Class D amplifier for electrical and thermal. Oh, okay. This should have been the same bullet point. So you're debugging and complete an evaluation board for testing and characterizing Class D amplifier for electrical and thermal performance. Okay. Write a technical report summarizing test results and conclusions. Work with other app engineers to share and discuss test methods and results. Pre-test testing on the new developed application. Work hands-on bench testing and basic lab equipment like oscilloscope. Like oscilloscope is one word. Okay, so this is an electrical engineer, yet they're looking for an application engineer. The job title is application engineer, but they're looking for an electrical engineer. So which is it? Are you building applications, or like the title leads me to believe this is a software role, but they're asking for hardware background. Able to work 20 to 40 hours a week. Good communication skills. Okay. Our leading edge power devices make chargers, adapters, power, lighting systems, etc., etc. And that's it. That's the job post for the internship. You're an electrical engineer with understanding on basic power electronics, and you can work 20 to 40 hours a week, and you've got communication skills. And a little bit about what you're going to be doing. So not everybody is going to have an electrical engineering background that would want to apply for this kind of role, and yet up here they say that they're friendly to all persons. But going and getting a university degree in engineering is already not a, you know, general person-friendly kind of background. So interesting. See in chat, interesting. COVID requirement is still a thing. In New York City, we still require proof of vaccination to be able to go into our office. Today's issue, I ordered Red Lobster for delivery. I wanted the biscuits. we have a box of the biscuit mix here at home, and it's amazing. The only option was a dozen biscuits. Well, you said you wanted the biscuits. They gave me like 18 biscuits. Wow, that's a lot of biscuits. Hey, Sethy, good to see you in chat as well. So yeah, this is also not a developer kind of role. Hybrid, but mostly remote. Python developer. So we're trying to search for junior JavaScript. Like Monster has the worst search engine so far. We haven't even found a junior JavaScript role yet. And we've scrolled through over a dozen, almost 20 job posts, and we have yet to find something entitled like JavaScript developer, much less something on the junior entry-level internship kind of thing. Like this intern application developer was the first one that we found that was labeled as an intern. Next chapter, returnship program. What the heck is a returnship? Is that like an internship where you come back full-time? At Audible, which is part of Amazon, technically. Sun Valley, California? Sun Valley near Los Angeles? I don't recognize the name of the place. Cool, well, let's see what's in here. So the next chapter, Returnship, offers a 16-week paid returnship for experienced professionals So why the heck would I go get an internship if I've already got experience as a developer? If I've got experience as a developer, I'm not applying for an internship. I'm just going to go apply for a straight full-time role. Why would I go get an internship job? This already makes no sense to me. Uh-oh, I have been disconnected. My internet's... Come back, internets. Alright, I need to wait for OBS to reconnect. And I will continue streaming as I'm available, so... I'm going to do my best to reconnect. This happened on my live stream this morning too, it's kind of annoying. So bear with me. All of you are going to get to see this on YouTube later on, but yeah, I need to go fix the Wi-Fi's. Alright, let's go log into the router, see what's going on in the router. Router says, look at this, my internet connection is completely dropped. I have completely disconnected. Alright, we'll get reconnected at some point. Then I will return to the streams. Alright, have I reconnected? No, I'm still disconnected. Let's go see if I can reconnect. Alright, so I'm back online. Welcome to the chat room. I have reconnected. Hopefully I'm going to start streaming again. Hopefully pick up where it left off. No. I've reconnected to the chat. I'm going to start streaming again. I'm going to continue the previous recording. Reconnection successful. Alright. There we go. I'm going to wait for a few minutes for pre-roll ads, and we will be back. Cool, so if you're a subscriber, hello. I'm going to wait for the pre-roll ad to stop for everybody else, and then I'll kind of pick up where we left off. Apologies for that, my internet's been a little flaky, and we're about to get a giant storm in the region. So that's partly why I wanted to stream tonight, because I don't know if I'm going to be able to stream tomorrow. Alright, I'm back. And the ad roll is over. Hello. Sorry about that, folks. My internet dropped, but I'm back. I have returned. Alright, so, yeah, so I was saying this is weird that it's a 16-week paid, like, internship. They're giving us some goofy name called a returnship. For experienced professionals, returning to the workforce after taking time off for caregiving. Okay, but if you have experience, no one's going to care about a gap in your resume. They're going to hire you anyway. You don't need to go back and get like a 4-month job just to go get a little bit of experience. I would think that a 4-month job would look worse on a resume than just having a gap that you can explain and say, oh yeah, that gap on my resume, I stayed at home and took care of kids or something. It's open to individuals who have at least 2 years of professional experience and have been out of the paid workforce for at least a year to focus on caring for a child or other dependent, and is not currently in a university program. Interesting. Okay, so that's where they get the name returnship. But yeah, it's weird. Like, why not just hire the person direct? Why not just say, like, we are friendly and open and we are specifically looking for this kind of thing? Unless the company is looking to target that kind of person. Like, we want to hire this kind of person. We want to give them a shot. And so we're going to, like, mask it as this kind of, like, internship return kind of thing. And then we're just going to hire you at the end of it. Yeah. G&D says in chat, this is very specific. It is what it is. Yep. So yeah, let's keep going on here. So at Audible, we're excited to launch the next chapter. Cool, and the contributions you'll make. Revamp your skills, update your resume with new experience, make connections with other women and men transitioning back to the workforce. What about non-binaries? Okay, it also offers support through Path Forward, a nonprofit organization on a mission to empower people who've been focused on caregiving, transition back to the paid workforce. I mean, I appreciate the mission of it. It's labeled weird. 100% virtual, so 100% remote. Upon successful completion, there is a possibility of an offer for full time. We have fully remote roles, or roles based in New Jersey, Massachusetts, or Los Angeles. Okay. As a software development engineer, it's up to you to research, define, design, and refine the tech that keeps us one step ahead of listeners. Anticipate, innovate, bring challenging ideas. We'll support you in the latest tech, tools, and systems. If you've only got 2 years of experience, you're probably not going to be exploring very much as far as like, oh, we totally need to use this new like whiz bang kind of technology. With 2 years of experience, you won't have had that much exposure to different kinds of technology, and understanding why you want to use a technology other than, oh, this looks like the flavor of the month. That would be more of a role for like a senior dev or an architect or a CTO level person to direct those kinds of technologies. Not someone with 2 years experience with a gap on their resume, but okay. Together you'll build and maintain our platform to bring thousands of stories to millions of listeners. This is an opportunity to join the Audible Tech Innovation Team in a brand new Audible hub in Los Angeles. Okay, this team works on a variety of projects creating product experiments. Interesting. Prototyping emerging technologies, helping support and drive innovation. So this sounds kind of neat. This in tech, this is something we call skunk works, where you're basically just building prototypes and seeing which ones are working, how well are they working, what's good about them, what's bad about them, and we're all kind of like learning and teaching each other about these technologies along the way. It's interesting that they are investing in that kind of research and development. A lot of companies are a little more risk averse, but as I mentioned, Audible's part of Amazon, so they've got the deep pockets to be able to do this kind of stuff. Some will launch, some will fail. Successful projects will reach an audience of millions. Cool. Above all, each project will strengthen our learning and grow our innovative passion. True to our principles, we're committed to the success of our people, supporting the communities. Our leadership team is dedicated to mentoring and coaching. Cool. Our environment encourages everyone to participate. Our diverse team depends on differing backgrounds and perspectives to foster robust conversations that lead us to the right solutions for our customers. I really like this. I think this is actually, well, on paper, this is a good thing. I would actually want to find out from them, how diverse is the team really? Like, you say you're diverse, but how diverse are you? Are you diverse in age? Are you diverse in gender? Are you diverse in ethnicities and backgrounds and things like that? Diverse in education. Like, do you have university degrees? Do you also have boot camp and self-taught people? Stuff like that would be interesting. RC Maniac says it's basically a 4-month paid job interview. Kind of. Well, I mean, at the end of 4 months, they make a decision on, maybe they're going to keep you, or maybe it's just to give you that more recent kind of job experience. But what's interesting about this job post, though, is they're bringing you on for a 4-month period of time to go play with new, like, cutting edge, bleeding edge technologies, build some products, see how well they work. But if you're working on like absolute cutting edge kind of stuff, the next job you get is probably not going to be using that technology. And so your project portfolio coming out of this is going to look pretty neat. I'll grant you that. But the technologies that you're probably going to be using inside of this role are probably not going to be widely used necessarily at the next job that you get. So that would be one thing to kind of keep in mind as you're thinking about the idea of like skunk works and working on these projects. It's like, what are the technologies and how well is that technology actually going to get used beyond that job? So that would be an interesting one to kind of take a look at. My bot just threw an error. I'm just taking a look at that real quick. Cool, I'm not sure why, but there was an automated message that didn't go out. I'm not sure why. But anyway, cannot write to a closing transport. No idea what that means. Let's go see if some of these other commands are going to work. Uh-oh, the bot has crashed. All right, let me go restart the bot. Your stream kind of did stutter a few minutes ago. Yeah, that was just my internet connection. So yeah, it could just be the bot is got disconnected as well. So bang hello answers and remind me to hydrate. Just make sure that that's gonna work. Yeah, okay. All right, bot's back online. All right, so like I said, I really like that they're taking this into consideration. Like, we care about the diversity of our team because we know that that's going to make a better product for our users, because our users are also going to be really diverse and unique and so on. So I like that this is kind of upfront, that this is their mission, and these are things that you're going to be sort of taken care of. As you feel pride every step forward, however big or small, to you each challenge represents a well-executed venture to support our listeners. If you're looking to build on your skills and grow into a leader, this is your next step. You're not going to become a leader in 4 months. Like, if you've got 2 years or less of experience and you've taken at least a year off and they're giving you 16 weeks to kind of get back into the workplace, you're not going to promote into a leadership role in 16 weeks. If you've got that 2 years of experience or maybe more, you know, if you're going to get into this kind of program, maybe you've got more than 2 years experience, to come in and become like a lead on a project, you're going to need more than 2 years of experience. If they make you a lead on a project with less than 2 years experience, it would be interesting to hear their justifications around that. I would be putting more senior devs or architects in as leads, especially when building out little projects and product ideas that could potentially launch and be in front of millions of users. You would want something really robust and something that you spend more than 4 months building and refining and load testing and making sure that it's going to be robust enough to handle millions of users. So interesting. RC Maniac says in chat, but you're working for Amazon, you have to be the best. True. This is true. And they have like a whole part of their interview process they call leadership principles. It's what they call their loop interview, and it's all about like how well are you going to fit in at Amazon? Are you going to raise the bar? Are you going to lower the bar? Things like that. Cool. Let's keep going through this one. As a software development engineer, you will design, develop, test software components and applications for one of the largest creator and provider of audiobooks in the world. Work on agile engineering, writing maintainable, scalable code for software components. If you've only got 2 years experience, unless that 2 years experience has been at another FANG company, you're probably not going to have a good understanding of what it really means to write scalable code. But okay. This is just telling you what you're going to do. This isn't necessarily a requirement, like you have to have built scalable code. It's just saying this is what you're going to do on the job. So hopefully they're willing to like support you and teach you and train you in these things. Collaborate with stakeholders to imagine, design, develop, test, and launch software that impacts our customers. It would be really interesting, like as a former customer of Audible, to get in on beta programs to kind of see like what are these little projects going to be. That would be pretty interesting for me as a user, just to kind of see what these things are and be able to give some feedback on that. Use technology to solve difficult problems, define a design, turn it into high quality code, deliver it on schedule, proficient in a broad range of data structures and algorithms, knowing when it is and isn't appropriate to use them. Okay. This is already going to exclude a lot of folks. Not everybody has the time, especially if you've been doing caregiving. You're not necessarily going to have oodles of time to be studying data structures and algorithms and staying really up to date on all of this stuff as you're applying for this job. So we'll see. Independently clarify technical requirements, assessing development estimates, and apply a broad range of design approaches. Again, if you've only got 2 years experience, you're not going to have a broad range of design approaches. You'll have done like 2 or 3 designs maybe over that 2 years, depending on the kinds of projects that you're building. Independently clarify technical requirements. That sounds a lot like you're going to be on your own on this. Assessing development estimates. I don't know a single software developer who's really good at estimating how long something is going to take to build, especially if it's a technology you don't know, building out requirements that you don't know, and have to like give them some sort of estimate on like this project's going to take, you know, so many days of effort or so many sprints of effort. that's something I would struggle to do as a senior dev when you're in all new territory like this, where you've got a brand new product, brand new project, brand new team. You're just getting back into the industry in technologies you don't know, and you've got to go scrape all this information together and be able to give them a reasonably accurate estimate. Good luck on that. I think that this bullet point here is sus, as my kids would say. Review code of other team members, provide constructive direction. Again, if you've only got 2 years of experience and you've been out of the industry for a little while, you got to get back into the mode of like how to do code reviews and so on. I don't know how much constructive direction you're going to be able to give other people on the team as far as like constructive direction. You can say like, oh, I might have done it this way or I might have done it that way, but as a senior dev, I'm going to come in and explain, this is why you need to do it this way. This is what's going to make it better. And with only 2 years experience, again, unless you've worked at another FANG company, you're not going to have this kind of experience coming in with only 2 years of background. Well, it says 2 years or less of background, if I remember right. I just want to confirm that. At least 2 years of professional experience. Okay, so at least 2 years. Okay, then I could see some of that. I thought it was 2 years or less. But even at 2 years, I think a lot of this stuff is going to be really hard. Code reviews may be a little bit hard. Drive continuous improvement of software quality, customer experience, maintainability. Again, if they're willing to sort of train you and support you and teach you these things, then yes, you'll be able to do this on the job. But this, like, unless, like I said, you've already worked at a big company where you've been doing this kind of stuff, it's going to be really hard to do. You know, coming in, if you've got like 2 years of startup experience, you're not going to have most of this. Mentor and lead developers by cultivating curiosity. Again, if you've got 2 years experience, you're not going to be able to mentor and lead many people. No matter where you've worked. 2 years is I wouldn't consider you to be a lead developer. Continuous learning of technology trends, tools, approaches. Again, if you've been out of the industry and you've got that gap, how are you supposed to be up to speed on all of this to think that you're going to apply for this job? All right, basic qualifications. At least one modern language, such as Java, C++, C#, including object-oriented design. 1+ years of experience contributing to the architecture and design, including design patterns, reliability, and scale of new and current systems. So this is already cutting out a huge amount of people that would apply for this job. This is basically saying we are only going to hire people that come from other FANG companies. 2 years of non-internship professional software development experience, bachelor's degree or higher in computer science. So they've just excluded like a huge batch of people. So up here at the very top, they're like, we care about who you are and we care about your background and, you know, blah, blah, blah. And their job post is not about that. Yeah, I'm not seeing that at all. Preferred qualification. So that was just like the bare minimum. And 2 of the 4 bullet points for the bare minimum, just to make you think like you could apply, are already excluding a huge number of people. Let's go see what their preferred qualifications are. Strong problem-solving skills, the ability to navigate highly complex and ambiguous situations. Again, if you've only got 2 years experience in the industry, you're not going to have this kind of experience. Building, delivering software systems to internal or external customers. Okay. Knowledge of AWS or other cloud infrastructure and or developer tools. I would say in today's industry, you're probably going to have that if it's recent, but if you've got previous experience, then you've been off for several years taking care of somebody, you may not have this kind of experience. If you've got like on-premise, you know, where I deployed this to our company's servers, I mean, that's technically all the cloud is. So does it really matter that it's cloud as opposed to just I've deployed, you know, code somewhere? I would think that would matter more. Experience working on a variety of surfaces, including mobile web services and IoT. So they're looking for like absolutely full stack, including mobile and IoT. Like, why do I need IoT experience, Internet of Things experience, if I'm doing Audible? I could see if it was like an Alexa or, you know, like a home mini or something like that. as being IoT, but really that's just an interface. This covers a lot of territory to say, like, we expect someone with 2 years experience to have all of this. Experience in advanced technology such as blockchain, spatial computing, Internet of Things again, machine learning, AI, VR, and AR. Give me a break. Give me a break. Strong verbal written communication. Okay, that's fine. A high quality bar. Documentation, unit testing, code reviews. You already told us code reviews. You're repeating yourself. Test automation. Continuous integration deployment. Enthusiasm for instilling this attitude in others. Adaptable, enterprising, willing to take ownership. Ability to work through ambiguous research problems independently. Ability to make improvements to the team's development and testing process. If you only got 2 years experience, how are you going to like step up and be like, all right, this is what we're doing as a team. This is the direction we're going to go. Other people on the team aren't going to probably listen to that. Establish good working relationships with peers. That would be expected, yeah. Ability to recognize discordant views and take part in constructive dialogue to resolve them. I like that. I think that that's a good thing to sort of screen for. You need to work well as a team. Able to mentor teammates on team software, team culture, customer obsession. This is totally Amazon right here. But again, like mentorship, you're going to need more than 2 years of experience to be a mentor. So yeah, there's a whole lot of things in here that that I'm not a fan of. But 2 years experience, you know, I like that they included pay for Colorado. So multiply this by 2,000. So they're looking at about 150K for this role for 2 years experience. That's a pretty nice it's a pretty nice salary. It's weird that they listed as an hourly rate as opposed to just a salary, but I would want to see like a salary range and not just a single, like, what is $73.13 an hour? Like, that's a very specific number. Let's go do some math on that, shall we? 73.13 times 2,080. $152,110.40 per year. That's a very specific number. Like, that's an oddly specific number. But okay. Can I post a link to this job? You'd like to share it with friends so you can all point and laugh? Absolutely, yeah. Let me drop that in chat for you. Your dinner's gonna get cold if I keep staring. No worries. Yeah, I'll drop that in chat. Committed to a diverse and inclusive workplace. No, you're not. You are absolutely not if you've got these kind of qualifications. Audible's an equal opportunity employer. BS. I call BS on this. Yeah. Promoted by Audible. I bet it is. All right. Thank you for the thank you for redeeming your channel points. That was fun. These are fun. We did 2 of these on Friday, and I had a blast doing it. And I meant to hit my start marker on this so I could hit an end marker on this as well. So let me just do a quick start, and I'll do a quick end here. And I'm going to go back and like rewind back to the start of that and clip that out. I think I'm going to start a whole new playlist on YouTube of me like going through job posts. So I think that it could be helpful just to kind of see from a hiring manager's perspective, like what's good and bad, like what kind of things stand out to me as a hiring manager about other people's job posts. We had someone on the stream last Friday who was watching me go through a job post and kind of pick it apart, and they're like, oh my gosh, this is really cool. The next time I build a job post, I'm going to take some of this stuff into consideration. I'm like, good, that's great, thank you. Because I think that kind of thing is really important. So let me do a quick check here. Oh, that didn't work. Let me do admin marker recording, and then I will do my start and end. Now if I do a list, yeah, there's my list. Okay. Oh shoot, it's offset by an amount of time. That's not good. Let me go figure out 7:47, and I've been, oh, I lost how long I was previously streaming. I'm 20 minutes in at this point, plus however long I was offline for a couple of minutes. I streamed right at 7 o'clock, so this is about 47 minutes in. I gotta go back now and try to figure out all these timestamps if I timestamp things for today. RC Manic says, I tried the link, I get a different list of jobs. Can I post a link to that job? I can try. Let's see if I can get to just that one job. There's a like button. Is there like a share with your friends so they can point and laugh button? There's not. I would just search for the job title. Honestly, let me put that in chat for you. I would just search for that, see if that comes up with anything. I mean, I was trying to search for a junior JavaScript developer, and we got through like 24 jobs, and none of those came up. So if I search for that one specifically, next chapter return ship, one for Google. I would say just scroll down until you find Audible, or like just search for Audible in Los Angeles or something, or I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Monster won't let you link to just a single job, apparently. Good job, monster.com. All right, well, let's go back to my other screen here. Cool, so we got our giveaway going on, so you can do ! dragon if you want to get in the drawing for that. We got 7 people in chat. Go get some friends. Melaruru dropped by chat. Hey, sorry I missed your chat earlier. You got the dragon, you love it. That's great. Awesome, awesome. Take some pictures. Post them on Twitter for me. Let me know what you got. Try Indeed. Oh, try Indeed. So we did Indeed.com on Friday. So I thought today we would try a different site. Yeah, if you want to get in on the drawing, just do !dragon. You know what? We had to restart the giveaway. Sorry. The giveaway's not even open because I had to restart the bot. There we go. Sorry about that. I had to restart the bot, which I'm not tracking the entries in a database. I'm just tracking it locally in memory. So if you're still in chat, do !dragon. Get back in the giveaway. Apologies for that. But people that entered the giveaway and left, I mean, they're kind of out of luck anyway, because they wouldn't have been here to claim their prize. So I'm out of Imperial Dragons. We only have the MacGyver Dragon left. I'm printing some new Imperial Dragons, or trying to on 2 of my, well, one of my printers is failing again. But I will be printing more Imperial Dragons over the next week or so. But I do have to print another one of these signs up here for Father Funk. If you have paid for a subscription, or if you have gifted subs, I will have sent you a whisper already saying, tell me what logo you want up here on these light panels. And you can also redeem your channel points to change those lights in the background if you don't like the orange and white. We'll do a nano leaf command over here, and you can get the list of those effects that you can set. So feel free to do that if you want to use up some of those channel points. Let's see what else is going on. I was otherwise just going to kind of hang out, see what everybody's up to. Maybe do like a couple of anonymous questions in chat, or anonymous questions from Discord rather. So if you want to go join our Discord community, you're welcome to do that. There's a link here, and I'll post it on the YouTube video later. And you're welcome to join our Discord community. We have conversation going on over there. I've done resume reviews on Discord. I also do resume reviews here on Twitch. And you can do ! resume review. I don't have a button on my Stream Deck for this one, but we can do a resume review. And here's the link to actually send me a resume. I've got one in the queue, and so I'll try to get a couple more, and then we'll do like a resume review night. G&D set the panels to Batman. Awesome, awesome. So I don't know if I showed this earlier, but I've got like the great big Batman Lego model that I put together a couple of months back, and that was a lot of fun. And I bought like a little itty bitty version of it. So now I also have the little itty bitty version of the new Batmobile as well. It took like all of 5 minutes to put together, but yeah, it was pretty fun. And what else? I put together the TIE Fighter back here. Let's swing over this way. Maybe you can see I get my head out of the way. So I built up the TIE Fighter here last week. And I still have the Imperial Droid and the Death Star trench run to put together. I don't typically do like Lego streams. I usually just assemble these things while other people are streaming, and I kind of have to put them on the background. But there was something else that I was going to talk about now, and I've forgotten. Oh, so the pile of dragons that you see on the desk over here are dragons that other people won. I just had a ridiculously busy week. I was out at a tech conference and losing a lot of sleep, and then I had to live stream for work this morning too, and then go back to the conference, and we wrapped all that up, and I got home, and I'm like, I'm going to live stream for a little bit. But I have to get all these other dragons that people have won and actually get them in boxes and get them mailed. And I've got to get into USPS and actually print out the labels and pay for the shipping to the ones that are going overseas. yet. So if you are not in America, I have not sent your dragon yet, but I will. Promise I will. So yeah, we're gonna do the drawing here pretty soon, and whoever wins, I'm gonna have you give me a random number, and I'm gonna go find that person in my email subscriber database. And as we saw, Slim Pickens was here in chat earlier. I don't know if Slim is still around, but Slim actually won a dragon on a giveaway in chat one night, and they were also the random selection for winning a dragon from the email database as well. So Slim has offered to gift that to someone else. Slim sent me a message saying that they were gifting it to someone else. So Slim, if you're still in chat, let me know. Are you sending me another address, or are you going to give it to someone else in chat? Let me know what you think there. So let me do Benny G over here. So we only have one entry. Only one person is in the giveaway. What chair do I have? This is Secret Lab. It's a gaming chair, and it is incredibly comfortable. It's a really, really hard chair, like as far as like the foam and stuff. The foam is actually quite firm, but it's got great lumbar support, and it's very adjustable in a lot of ways. I can tip like way back on this thing and like kick at my feet. It's a very, very comfortable chair. I can literally like tip all the way back and put a TV up on the ceiling and like watch and fall asleep. So yeah, get in on the giveaway. So exclamation point dragon. If you did it earlier, you need to do it again, because when I had to restart the bot, it restarted. Am I a Cloud9 fan? Not for the esports. There was a Cloud9 like online IDE that I used like back in the day, and I'm like, oh, Cloud9, I used Cloud9. Then I realized that Cloud9 is actually like an esports group. But yes, it is the Cloud9 chair. Mostly I just wanted the light blue, because I like black and light blue sort of color scheme. I debated getting the Batman chair at the time, to be honest. The Batman chair looked pretty neat, or the Iron Man chair, but my vibe down here wasn't really like red and gold, so I'm like, oh, I'll stick with the black and the light blue. But yeah, I really, really like this chair. It's super adjustable in a lot of ways, and it's heavy. Like, it's a heavy chair. So yeah, I love it. Melly Roo says, I'm trying to let others win dragons. If not, I would enter all the time. Cool. Well, I'm glad that you like the dragon in person. Better than just a picture on a camera. Yeah. So I've been saying over the last couple of streams, if you want to re-enter and gift it to someone else, you can do that. You can either choose someone in chat. So Melly Roo, as an example, like if you were to re-enter and you get drawn as the winner, you can gift it to someone of your choice in chat, or you can just give me another name and address of where you want me to send it, and I'll send it to them. So I've got maybe a dozen dragons to give away yet. We got 11 days left in the month. So if I do a couple of streams, and each stream I give one away to chat, one away to email, we should use up all the dragons. Plus, I'm still printing them. They're still printing on the printers over here. So I need to go through. So a couple of people did PayPal me some money, which is amazing. I appreciate that. That's all going into the diversity and tech money pot. I need a better name for that than money pot, but I need to go through some of those and see what color people were asking for, and make sure that those get printed, because I want to make sure that I honor those. And I greatly appreciate subscriptions and bits and donations and so on. That's all going into this pot of money that I'm giving away to this group in San Francisco called Hack the Hood. I'm actually going to San Francisco later in June, and I'm debating seeing if I can actually connect with them and like physically walk them the money. I think that would be really neat if I can find the time and space to do that. I'm absolutely going to try to do that and deliver it in person if I can. But if they're like 100% remote, so I'm going to try and contact them before I go to San Francisco and just say like, hey, is your school or office like open that I can come and talk to somebody about giving a donation? And if they say, no, we're not meeting in person, then I'll just do it online. But if they're doing it in person, I'm actually going to go meet them and say, this is who I am, this is what I do with Tech Interview Guide, and I've been raising this money, and this money is for your group. So yeah, any money you give, 100% of that money is going to that group, and I'm also matching that money. So I appreciate any subscriptions, bits, donations, and then I have written permission from MacGyver for the MacGyver dragon to give that away. I never heard back from Flexi Factory. If anybody knows anybody at Flexi Factory, or if you could all go like find Flexi Factory online, they make the Imperial Dragon. Go bug them and say, hey, this Ian guy from Tech Interview Guide is trying to get in touch with you about doing a giveaway and wants to know about, you know, can he give them away for donations, or does he have to have a commercial license? He's waiting to hear back. So in the meantime, if you just want to buy a dragon from me, let me rewind that because I have to phrase this differently. You're not buying a dragon. If you would like to donate to the Diversity in Tech sort of pool of money that's going to hack the hood, MacGyver has given me written permission to thank you by giving you a dragon. So you are not buying a dragon from me. I do not have a commercial license for this, but I have permission from MacGyver to say if you donate $10 or more, and I have had a few people donate more than $10, and I sincerely appreciate that. Thank you to those of you who are contributing to this. Then I will send you a dragon as a thank you. So yeah, you're not buying a dragon from me. I do not have a commercial license. But this box over here has some dragons that are going out to somebody, and I've got another box over here. I need to find a slightly bigger box. I've got 2 dragons going over to Finland, I believe. Either Finland or Norway, one of the two. So like I said, I got to get into USPS and pay for all those shipping labels and get those on the boxes and get those mailed out this week. I'm going to try to do that tomorrow, but again, we're getting this ridiculous storm in Denver. So I'm going to try to get them out like tomorrow afternoon if I can, but if the snow's too heavy, it might be Saturday. If not, it's going to be Monday before I get those out. Flexi Factory, so Flexi Factory. So go bug the people at Flexi Factory and see if you can get somebody to get in touch with me and just say, hey, go find this Ian guy at Tech Interview Guide. He emailed you and wants permission to give dragons away for donations for this Diversity in Tech initiative. So I'd appreciate any help with that because they're not getting back to me. They haven't responded to me at all. Like not even a no thank you or yes you must get a commercial license. And they have, if I remember right, Flexi Factory has a thing where I can just go to Patreon and pay like $10 a month and get the commercial license, which would cover me for the month of May in order to do this. I could just do that, and I probably will if it goes on much longer. But yeah, if you would like to donate to the Diversity in Tech Fund, I don't know, what do we call it? Do we call it a fund? Raising money for diversity in tech. And so I appreciate any help that you can give. The $152 that we see in this progress bar down here is actually inaccurate. That was through doing some online testing, and somehow that number got stuck in there, and I can't clear that back out. And so that $152 is not accurate. This is actually tracking like actual donations given on Twitch, and I've had 0. I just haven't had time to go in and reset it yet. But I will be updating the financial disclosure page on the website over the weekend. Once I go through PayPal and get all that money, Twitch sent me money, so I've got to go through and like re-summarize all of that and update that page on the website, and then disclose how much I'm matching, which is going to be like I'm going to match 100%, but I want to make sure that all that's there and then have like a grand total. So when you go to that page, if you do bang donate, you should see a link for that, and then. Yeah, I want to be fully transparent about the money that I make as a streamer, because I'm not doing this to make money. All of the money I'm making as a streamer is going into this diversity in tech initiative. And then again, as of July 1st, I'm going to reset all those numbers, and we're going to do another 6-month sort of fund, and we're going to find another group to give that to in December. And so the next giveaway of whatever I 3D print will probably be the month of November. And we'll figure that out. Now, shipping those is going to be a little bit more delayed because of holidays and trying to ship other gifts and stuff like that around holidays. But the next giveaway will be November, once this month wraps up. And I'll have to try to find some interesting sort of model to 3D print for that, to like assemble or some other flexible kind of thing. Flexi Factory has some really neat models. They've got a really cool tarantula one that I want to make. It's huge. It's like really big. Miller Ruer asked, what 3D printer do I use? I have 3 printers, and they're all Prusa Mark III S printers. One of them was upgraded to a different frame, but the internals and all the mechanisms of everything is still a Prusa Mark III's. Yeah, patreon.com flexifactory. Yeah, that's still linked actually. Like if I pay the $10 a month or whatever, then I have the rights to like sell them. But in this case, I'm not selling them. I want to give them as a reward for people that donate to the Diversity in Tech fund. So anyway, so let's go see how many people are in that giveaway so far. We have 2 entries. Come on, folks. There's 9 of you in chat right now. There's only 2 of you entered. Bring some friends over. Go bug some friends and say, hey, this guy's going to give away a dragon. This entry's been running for 13 minutes. We'll run it for a little longer. It's 8:05 p.m. here. Let's go like another 10-15 minutes. And then we'll close the giveaway. We'll do the giveaway. So go get some friends over here. I know you all want better chances, but I'm not going to close it off till I have more than 2. Well, I want way more than 2. Let me qualify that. I don't want just 3. Like, I want way more than 2 people being in the entry. Otherwise, it's like literally a 50-50 chance. So yeah, go find some friends. Go pull some friends in over here, and we'll get some more people involved, and then we'll do the giveaway after that. How's that sound? And then we'll find somebody to raid. Let's see. Rufio is currently streaming. Mewtwo is streaming. What else is on? Mastermind.io is streaming. They're pretty cool. They're doing, they're like teaching people about coding and stuff too. It'd be a good one to go raid. Cool. You regret going to Flexi Factory now. I want a 3D printer. 3D printers are very inexpensive now. It's doesn't cost very much. Actually, go hang out on Loyal Moses' channel. Let me go give a shout out to Loyal Moses here. If I do bang, did I make it bang S? I think Loyal Moses. Nope. Shout out Loyal Moses. I forget what I call my own chatbot. There it is. Yeah, I gotta figure out how to get this hello 3PO thing out of my chat. I tried to tell it to go away, and it said it did, but it's still lingering. Oh, Stream Elements is now picking up on that too. I wrote this into my own Twitch bot, and it didn't answer, so I need to go figure that out. So yeah, Loyal Moses gives away 3D printers and filament and stuff all the time. So, and he said he's been out sick for the past week, and he usually streams Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. And I think he's streaming tomorrow night, and he's like, I got like a bunch of really big announcements to make, so we'll see. We'll see what that's gonna be. Homemade Jam 3D, I love the name. That's great. So Homemade Jam, I was watching you on MakerDeck the other day. Thanks for being a part of MakerDeck. I occasionally get on there with the dragons, but my internet here at home has been a little flaky lately, so it probably kicked me off the other night. So yeah, get in on that giveaway. Let's see how many people are in the giveaway now. We have 3 entries. Woohoo! Come on, there's 6 of you now viewing, which means half of you don't want a dragon. If you've already won one, that's okay. You can enter anyway, and you can gift it to someone else in chat, or you can just give me another name and address to send it to. But I would prefer only 1 per household. Just that way it gives other people opportunity to enjoy 3D dragons. And I'm only doing this as an awareness to this diversity in tech that I'm doing, where I'm giving away all this money. So appreciate any assistance on that. Again, if you have paid for a subscription or if you have gifted subs, send me a logo to put on the lights up here. And if you've got channel points, you can redeem the channel points. You can do !nanoleaf or !help. It'll give you all the bot commands. And you can change the nanoleaf lights to some other pattern. And probably over the weekend, I'm going to hook up the Govy light down here. So the one that's shining blue on the wall, like going upward. I'll let you control that light as well. The one that's up on top of the ceiling, I can't connect that one to an API. The closest I could do on an API on that is turn it on or off. But that one's actually controlled with an actual remote. So the only way that I would be able to do that is to build a little Raspberry Pi where I can figure out how to emulate the remote for like cycling through the colors or picking a particular color. So like I can set it to orange, for example, and then, you know, let all of you pick like the Govy light. But yeah, I'll see if I can like figure out how to emulate what this remote is doing. It's a pretty common remote, so maybe it's something that I can emulate. And if I can figure out what these patterns are, if I can get like an IR receiver and then figure out how to duplicate the signal to send out to that thing, then I would be able to write an API to then let all of you control that light up on top as well. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. G&D says the logistics of me actually getting it if I win is just. I mean, is just what? I mean, if you win, you win. I'm shipping these things literally around the world. So the countries that I'm sending this to right now, I've got India, Estonia, Finland, Norway, UK, Rwanda, Canada, US. And I'm forgetting one. There's another country somewhere that I'm sending these. And so it's not just for US only. I will ship these things anywhere in the world. And as I mentioned on other streams, if there are duty or import fees, you'll be responsible for those, but I'm marking everything as just being a gift. So I'm hoping that people aren't going to get hit with like any sort of taxes or import fees or anything like that. It'll be coming as a gift. Anything I send overseas is probably going to take at least 3 weeks to arrive at a minimum. And as soon as I have tracking information, I'll send you tracking information. So yeah, so whoever wins, you'll send me your name and address over Twitch. That's all I need. I don't need your phone number. I don't need your email address or anything like that. And I frankly don't want that information. I'm only getting your address long enough to print an address label and like get this thing shipped out to you. And if I've got questions about the address, I'll let you know as I go through and like fill out the USPS form online and pay for the shipping and all that stuff, and then get that to you. And I will give you the tracking info as quickly as I can so that you can get some idea of when to expect to receive your package. Cool. Did anybody else enter yet? We had one. Nope. We're still at only 3 entries. Come on. Homemade Jam says, I'm pretty new to streaming. Don't have many followers, but I'm usually on Jerry 3DHP's Saturday show. Cool. I'll have to check that one out too. Yeah, I really enjoy 3D printing. It's been a huge hobby of mine for going on 5 years now. And then the next thing, so once May is over and I get all those dragons out of the way, I'm going to be printing more of these honeycomb squares that I've got, that basically I've got in between the lights here on the wall. And I'm going to be probably designing this where it like cuts, like imagine this thing being cut in half diagonally so it becomes a triangle. And I'm probably going to do it in a lighter gray filament, or like a medium gray. This is kind of a charcoal black, sparkly black in some cases. I was just trying to use up my darker filaments. I'm going to do something kind of a medium gray, maybe do a light gray, or maybe do like a filament change. Do like start with a light gray, go to a medium gray, and then go to the black. So that, you know, the top corner of it, where it's going to be the thickest, will be the dark color. And I'm going to print these to go along the edges of the bottom of the light and along the sides and along the top if I can fit them. And then that way it'll look like it's kind of blending into the wall a little bit. I think it'll give kind of a neat 3D effect to the having the lights on the wall. Because the wall itself is a light gray kind of color. And I think doing that honeycomb pattern where kind of like, you know, slopes down into the wall, I think will give this light an interesting sort of like shadow effect on there as well. So having all kinds of fun playing around with this. So go grab some friends. Go tell some friends to get over here and enter the giveaway so I can give away some dragons tonight. So I'm going to give one away to chat, and then whoever wins in chat, I'll have you give me a random number, and I'm going to go ping that person from my email database. So if you want to get on the email database to give yourself an extra opportunity to enter the giveaway, you can go subscribe to my daily email series, and it's just a daily email for 6 weeks that gives you some information about job hunt and career preparation and things like company research and so on. And every live stream I do, I'm picking someone randomly out of that database to give them a 3D dragon, and then as well as someone in chat. The last couple of Fridays, we've been given like ridiculous numbers of dragons. Last Friday, we gave away 8 of them. The previous Friday, I think I gave away 6. And so the 6 that I gave away 2 weeks ago, those are already boxed up and ready to go. Last Friday, like all those dragons are sitting here on the desk. I've just been so swamped this week with work, but I'm going to get them boxed up. you know, over the next couple of days. I'm hoping to get them. I'm hoping to get some of them out tomorrow if I can do the USPS stuff tonight. But again, depending on whether if I can even get to the post office tomorrow or Saturday, because we got this giant storm coming in the Denver region. So, but I will do my best. Worst case, they'll go out on Monday. So, so yeah. Do !dragon if you have not already entered the giveaway. If you entered earlier before like my internet kind of hiccuped, you do have to re-enter. So if you can hear my voice, just do !dragon anyway, and get in on the fun. It'll be fun, I promise. It's just a giveaway, and it's free. It doesn't cost you anything at all. Join the giveaway. I'm gonna go hop in MakerDeck real quick and remind people that I'm doing a giveaway. Maybe we'll get a few extra people over here. Alright, so that might get a few people over there. There's only, there's about 50 people over there in that channel. There are other people online that I want to go bug and be like, hey, can I drop this in your chat? But I also don't want to be a spammer. But there are a handful of other people. I think we might go raid, let's see, who else is online tonight that I can go raid? Finance Singularity is amazing. The transitions and stuff that he builds in OBS are really, really fantastic. Rufio's been doing a really cool job with software development and stuff like that. Mewtwo. What was Mewtwo streaming about the last time? I forget. I think they do some sort of like software development, like education as well. They're a developer advocate. They code on Twitch, mostly work in JavaScript. Trying to see what they're actually working on tonight. Doing some kind of front-end work. Looks like they're working in React and TypeScript. We might go raid Mewtwo. I don't know, we'll see. Cool. Threw a shout out in Rufio stream. Oh, appreciate that. I just don't want to like steal people away from someone else's stream, but if we can get a few other viewers in here just for the giveaway, and then we'll say like, hey, let's go raid. You know, someone will like raid back into there or something. There's tax and duties regardless. Not in my experience, no. I've mailed things overseas and up to Canada, and people have not had to pay duty and taxes. So whether or not I mark it as a gift, I think if I mark it as like a commercial good with a value, then you can get taxed on it. But if I mark it as a gift, even if I put a value on it, so far nobody that I've sent a dragon to has had to pay any sort of import duty fee. So far. So, but I'm also shipping to some countries in this giveaway that I haven't had to ship to in the past. So hopefully people won't get hit with that. All too swift, good to see you in chat. So yeah, do !dragon in chat. We'll get you in the giveaway here. Cool. So RC Maniac is in there. Oh, RC Maniac. So the thing that I pinged you on Twitter about the dragon scale thing, it wasn't like, oh hey, go cool, like check out this neat model. It was because you and I had that conversation about the quantum filament and how it had to be lined up just exactly right, or it looked horrible. I was pinging you because like they were using the quantum filament and it looked horrible. That's why I pinged you, but I didn't want to say that on Twitter. I didn't want the person to feel bad. It's a neat thing. Basically, what you can do with 3D printing is you can start printing a design, pause your print, and then put down a piece of fabric and then continue to print, and it'll actually print through, like the plastic will actually ooze through the fibers of the clothing that you put down, or whatever piece of cloth or material you put down. As long as it doesn't melt or catch fire, it'll actually ooze the plastic through that to adhere to the plastic underneath it, and then you can basically build like cosplay armor with other 3D printed parts on top of the cloth. And some people have been making some really interesting like dragon scale armor and things like that with like little spikes and stuff actually built into the piece of cloth, and then they sew that into into cosplay armor and stuff like that. I'm sure he does that stuff a lot. Yeah. Cool. All right. Well, I'm only going to wait a few more minutes. So if anybody else is not in the giveaway, this is your last chance. So let's go do a giveaway. We're up to 4 entries. There's 9 of you in the chat, and there's only 4 entries. Let me go take a quick look at one more thing here. Hey Pink, good to see you. Thanks for dropping by. Let's do... If you watch Joel's show and telling, nice. Some cloth print stuff was done. Yeah, they were working with Mosaic to show off like their, was it called the Atlas or something? Their really big giant machine. Mosaic is the group that makes the color filament change or color filament blending thing that I have that doesn't work. I actually have to find a box big enough to ship to them in Toronto and get that sent back so they can fix it and send it back to me. I thought I had like a giveaway list thing so I could see who's in the giveaway, but I guess it doesn't matter. So we're gonna go do that giveaway in just a moment. So if you, this is your last chance, get in there. You do cloth printing with dragon scales. It's awesome. Cool. I haven't tried it myself. I don't think I've tried printing over any kind of material like that. I'm too afraid it's gonna like melt the material or something. Ethan's dad. Hey, good to see you. Got your logo up here on the wall. So everybody say hi to Ethan's dad. Ethan's dad is a streamer, but also Ethan's son. Or sorry, Ethan is the son. Does a lot of live streaming as well. So go check them out too. Just posted in Chris P's channel. Yeah, I posted in MakerDeck. But thanks for posting in Chris's channel. I just don't want to like steal viewers. But I appreciate letting a couple other channels know. So we'll wait like 5 more minutes. How long are we at here? I just want to keep track of this. We've been running for 30 minutes and 34 seconds. So at 35 minutes exactly, I'm gonna like stop this thing. And once it's closed, it's closed. I'm not gonna reopen it like I did the other Friday night where I reopened it like 4 times to draw additional winners and let other people get in there. So hey Famicon, good to see you as well. So yeah, if you've already won a dragon, that's fine. You can get back in the giveaway here. So I can also do things like give a ticket to Neliruru. Oh, we're up to 8 entries. All right. So I can also add people. So I've been busy playing with my double. No, we did that last Friday, and it's not Friday night, so I'm not giving away like a ridiculous number of dragons tonight. Is Chris sporting a goatee? I just got on Chris's channel. Does he usually have a goatee? No, he usually has like either a full beard or clean shaven. I think it's the first time I've seen him with a goatee. Looks like Colin Farrell. Anyway, I would feel guilty winning one again. So Slim Pickens is also giving away one of their dragons that they won. I think. Slim, I was trying to understand from your message, are you going to send me a second address, or are you giving it away to someone in chat? I wasn't sure, because I saw that you were sending, like, you sent me an email back saying that you were going to give it away to someone else. But I didn't see whether you were sending me another address, or whether you were going to give it to someone in chat. So let me know in chat about that. But it's okay. If you've already won, if you get redrawn, you can choose someone else in chat and say like, hey, I want to gift it to so-and-so. You know, Homemade Jam or something. I want to give it to Homemade Jam, or I want to give it to RC Maniac or whatever. You know, you're welcome to re-gift, and I will re-gift it on your behalf. We did that, so Pink 894 did that. They won one and they gifted it to Pezliz, and then Pezliz name was drawn and they gifted theirs actually to RC Maniac. So RC Maniac's already got one in the mix, but RC Maniac's re-entering, and RC Maniac will give me a different name of where to send it if they win again. So so Slim Pickens says to just give it to chat. Alright, so we're going to draw for 2 dragons then tonight. How are we on time? We have exactly 2 minutes left. Slightly less than 2 minutes. So we got 2 minutes left. If you want to get in the giveaway, ! dragon, type that in your chat, and we'll do the giveaway. I also got a part in the mail finally to fix my main streaming computer. Not that it's going to fix my internet connection, but I'll at least get my main streaming and gaming computer back. And so hopefully that will happen over the weekend as well, with the giant storm and everything else. If it knocks out my internet, I'm not going to be able to do very much work anyway, so I might just fix my streaming PC and port all of this stuff that I had to build up on this computer in order to stream, and get all that layout and stuff over to the other computer too. So, elaborate another time. What streamers do you recommend to watch as a newbie at 3D printing or resource? So Meliruru, there are a handful that I watched when I was getting into 3D printing. It was Joel Telling. They have a channel called 3D Printing Nerd on YouTube. I also watched a lot of Maker's Muse on YouTube as well. There's someone else named Tom Sandlatterer. I believe they're in Germany or Belgium, or they're Belgium living in Germany, something like that. And Stefan from CNC Kitchen. They all do really cool, like, educational type of videos. So for Joel and Angus, you'll need to go back like probably 2 or 3 years in their video history. They also do a lot of like printer reviews and so on. So if you're curious about like, should I buy this printer or that printer, they do a lot of printer reviews. Stefan does a lot of interesting engineering work around like the actual filament and how to print filament effectively and efficiently, and how to make your prints really strong if you're doing like mechanical type of 3D prints. But it's also just really good information about how to print and temperatures and things like that. And then Tom Sandlatterer is also does printer reviews from time to time. But Tom is just a really decent, educator around like, here's how to do like this or that, or these are the struggles that I had. And so I watched those 4 people to get into 3D printing myself. Here on Twitch, someone mentioned Loyal Moses, Chris Perillo, Maker Deck. Those are good channels to like hang out and kind of hear about what 3D printing is. But like Chris doesn't educate people on how to do 3D printing. Chris has one printer. Maker Deck is probably a good channel to go hang out and actually talk to people about 3D printing and experience and how to print different things. And if you're having trouble, I believe they've got a Discord community as well. That would probably be like a great place to go hang out. Loyal Moses also has a Discord channel, and there are a lot of people in there that do 3D printing, but also other kinds of crafting as well. So if you're looking to blend different kinds of crafting, those would be good communities to go hang out with as well. All these guys also have YouTube videos if you're looking for something specific. Yeah, exactly. Cool. All right. I believe our time is up here. So I'm going to give you one last opportunity to do !Dragon, get in that giveaway, and then we're going to go from there. So we have 9 entries. So there are 2 additional viewers in the channel. This is your absolute last chance. If you like project-based videos where you can follow along, my son Ethan's videos can help you get started. That's great. That's very cool. Thanks for sharing that, Ethan's dad. Ethan's dad, can you share the actual like video channel, like Twitch or YouTube? Can you drop that in chat for us as well? All right, I'm gonna close this giveaway in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, nobody else scrambled to do a Bang Dragon, so we'll close that off, and we're gonna draw a winner. So we're gonna draw 2 winners because Slim Pickens is gonna give away one of the ones that they won. So Slim Pickens actually won through chat, and then they were also the recipient of the random giveaway from the email series. Can you join? Yes, I will reopen, so you can do Bang Dragon right now, and then I'm gonna close this again. So do !Dragon. This is your absolute last chance. If anybody else has not joined, this is it. Do !Dragon. Homemade Jam. Caesar1. Hey, good to see you, Caesar1. Alright, closed. Let's do a giveaway. So we're going to draw for 2, and then the first one that I draw, I'm going to ask you to give me a random number, and I'll tell you the range of numbers from there. And you're going to give me a random number, and I'm going to go like message that person offline. Here's our first winner. First winner is Homemade Jam. Homemade Jam has won a 3D dragon. So let me go get a sample of the colors, and then you will get to choose your color. In the meantime, Homemade Jam, give me a random number between 1 and 55. Ooh, I'm a liar. I'm a dirty, rotten liar. I have one Imperial Dragon left. I am printing more. I'm printing one in a blue aqua filament blend. I do have one Imperial Dragon left in silk copper, but that's the only Imperial one. So, Homemade Jam, you have the choice between an Imperial Dragon or the Magaibeer style dragon. So you can say Imperial or regular. And if you say regular, I've got lots of color options to show you. If you pick Imperial, you're going to get this one because it's the only one I got. So I will let you choose. Do you want Imperial or regular? And then we will do color choice if you choose regular. This one looks cool as heck. It does. Hey, thanks for the follow. Appreciate that. I would hit my blinky light thing, but my hands are full at the moment. Oh, now they're not. So I'll give you blinky lights and applause. Thank you for the follow. I always appreciate that. Homemade Jam. Chose number 43. I do not have any rainbow filament currently. No. I have it on my to-do list, but I do not currently have any in the rainbow filaments. So if you want the Imperial one, I'll send you this one. If you want the regular one, I've got probably 6 or 7 colors, including the silk magenta. If you're familiar with that, it's that really bright, vivid, shiny pink. If it's for a granddaughter, got lots of colors, but it's up to you. You want the Imperial one? How did Mark get a ticket? I closed the giveaway, didn't I? I thought I already closed it, so I'm kind of curious how you can do Bang Dragon and still get a ticket. Let me take that off the screen in case anybody else wanders by. Okay, so you do want the Imperial one. The Imperial one is yours. We'll add that to the list. Give me a moment to write down some details here. And so Homemade Jam. Homemade Jam 3D. So you want the Imperial and the silk copper. And you wanted person number 43 in the database. Awesome. Cool. We're going to draw one more winner because Slim Pickens is giving away their dragon that they've won. And so that individual is going to get the Magaibeer dragon. And I have probably 8 or 9 different colors for you to pick from. So it was open for none. Yeah, I mean, we've got all the entries, but for some reason, someone was still able to enter the giveaway. See, I'll have to check that one out a little bit later. All right, so here's our second winner. There we go. That winner is RC Maniac. All right, so RC Maniac was gifted a dragon from Pezliz. And so RC Maniac, I forget if you sent me you sent me your address, I think, on a Twitch whisper already. So you have the choice, RC Maniac, of do you want to send another dragon to another address, or do you want to give it to someone in chat? Or do you just want me to redraw, since you give a sort of response? I'm just teasing. You're going to pass on this one. Draw another. Okay, I will draw again. And that winner is... Hey, Caesar1GZ. All right, congratulations. Our latecomer has showed up just in time to enter the giveaway and win a dragon. So, so this is the style of dragon that you will be receiving, but you're going to have a choice of many colors. So hang out for a moment because I have a number of colors to give away, and then we're going to go rate some basements. So I have... Sorry for all the background noise as I do this. So I've got bright pink. I've got kind of a matte gold color. It's a little bit shiny, but it's a very dark gold color. I have this one, which is kind of a cinnamon color, but it's got a bit of a sparkle in it. So I'll do my best to like hang on to these and show them while I draw several more. I have another gold one. This one's kind of a more orangey gold. I've got a very, very dark burgundy. Like, if you're into wine, I would call this like a Merlot. kind of very dark burgundy, kind of a Merlot color. I also printed 2 more in that 3-color blend that everybody liked. So this is a charcoal gold rust blend. I have 2 of these, and they're slightly different from one another. And then I have 2 of them in that pink, in the silk magenta. So these are the colors that you have to choose from, but I do have duplicates in 2 of the colors. So let me print them up to there and show you these colors again. So we got bright shiny pink. We have cinnamon sparkle. We have a dark gold and a light gold. This is kind of like a more orangey kind of gold. And then I've got very dark burgundy. There's a little bit of a sparkle to this, but not very much. It's kind of just a really nice, shiny, dark burgundy color. Or I have this one, which is a 3-color transition filament. It goes from a dark color into gold, into rust, back into that charcoal color. And I've got 2 of these that are kind of identical. They're slightly different. But these are the ones that, that you will get to choose from. So Caesar 1GZ, those are your color choices. The black one is sick. Yeah, I really like that 3-color blend. This one turned out really nice in the Imperial Dragon as well. Homemade Jam wants to change. Okay. All right, Homemade Jam. In that case, Caesar 1, you also have the option then of getting this style of dragon in a silk copper. Now the silk copper one will actually sit up and sort of pose very handsomely, where the other one will not. Okay, well, Homemade Jam wants the one, so you want the 3-color one? Homemade Jam, just to clarify, you want the 3-color that's the black, rust, and gold? Because I don't have one that's just black. I have a really dark burgundy, or I've got the 3-color blend. What filament is the cinnamon sparkle? It is filament 1 glint red. They call it red, but it's a rusty cinnamon color. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the glint red. I'm very certain it's the glint red. I forget now. The 3-color blend. All right, Homemade Jam wants the 3-color. So the regular in the 3-color blend. Okay, Caesar 1, the regular one. All right, so you want the regular dragon. So now we need to pick your color. And I do have 2 of them in that 3-color blend. So if you also want one of these, I do have a second one like this. So I can show you that one, and then you can. They're pretty much the same. So one of them started with kind of a black stomach. The other one started on more of a gold stomach, but they both ended up with black on their horns at the top. So just this one's got dark on the bottom. One's got gold on the bottom. So Homemade Jam, I'll give you the choice since you were the first winner. Do you want the one that's got the gold stomach or the dark stomach? And I will find out about the dark gold filament because someone else asked about that. So Homemade Jam, let me know which one of these. Caesar says, I would love the charcoal one in Imperial. So I don't have it in Imperial. The only one I have in the Imperial style is that silk copper. I'm printing more of the Imperial Dragons, but I don't have any right now. So I want to like get these boxed up and ship them out early next week, and I'm not going to have time to do another 3-color Imperial Dragon by then. Can you see the side? Yes. So let go. Let go. There we go. So the one with the gold on his stomach, this is kind of the side profile. So I'll kind of hold that one up that way if I can. And then the one that starts with the dark stomach, pretty much identical. It's just, it started on the dark color and then transitioned into the gold, where this one started on the gold. Use a she. Sure, if you want it to be a she dragon, it can be a she dragon. When am I launching Ian the 3D Knot? So I have a streaming account for my job. It's Ian the Postmanot. But yeah, I've been doing 3D printing now for a while. So Homemade Jam wants one with the black stomach. All right, so that one is yours with the black stomach. All right, so that one is reserved. Okay, so Caesar, Caesar 1. You get, well, you still have the choice of the Imperial one in the copper if you want that one, but it's the only one that I've got in Imperial right now. I am printing others, but it's going to take some time to finish printing the other ones. So, oh, Caesar was calling you a he. Okay. So Caesar 1. Can I have the second one, please? I'll take the gold stomach if he doesn't want it. So the other one has the gold stomach. So you want the gold stomach 3-color blend, you can have that one. Honestly, so just seeing some of you chat about the pink, the silk magenta is a really, really wonderful color. It's really, really nice. Not gonna lie, it's a really, really cool color. And this one was really popular, so I printed a handful of these in the silk magenta, and they were all claimed like really, really early on. Okay, regular one in the charcoal with the gold stomach. All right, you got it. So let me get, so Caesar 1 and homemade jam. I need you to send me a whisper on Twitch with the full name and shipping address of where these are going. I don't need your phone number, I don't need your email address, but I do need a full mailing address of where to send this. All right, so Caesar 1 GZ wants the regular dragon in the 3-color with the gold stomach. Done. All right. So like I mentioned, all those have to get boxed up, and I'm going to be doing that over the next couple of days. And depending on weather, I'm going to try to get those out as soon as I possibly can. And we'll go from there. To summarize the remaining chat questions. Oh, thank you. Red wants to know the dark color of filament. That's a really good question because I've gone through so many different kinds of filament, I actually forget. I'm pretty sure it's from filament 1, and I don't know if it's a color that they still sell. But they do have a dark gold, which is very similar. They have a gold glint, which is also very similar. Their glint series, the particle that they use for the sparkle is actually kind of thick, and they actually recommend a 0.6 nozzle. I've been printing these on 0.4. This one doesn't have much of a sparkle in it, so I'm pretty sure this is not the glint series, but it is a dark gold like the glint. It just doesn't have the sparkle in it. So unfortunately, I don't remember the name of it. But someone else saw the Imperial one in this color, and it looked fantastic, and they already claimed that one. But yeah, this dark gold color is really, really nice. I'm gonna go through some other filament spools over the weekend and see if I can narrow down like what some of these were. But I'm pretty sure it was a filament 1 filament that I'd had for a while. I need to find the rest of the spool though, because you know it's also been a popular color, and I'd like to do more of the regular dragon in that. The other dragon that I want to 3D print more is a nice sort of gray purple color. This one's going to Zooey, who's part of our community. And this one I am affectionately calling my tech interview guide purple. If you go to the tech interview guide website, the logo on the monitor back here looks blue, but it's actually purple. And actually 3D printed a nameplate for my Stream Deck, as well as like a whole case to hold my 2 Stream Decks. I 3D printed a case in that dark purple, and so it's kind of a dark gray purple sort of color, and then I did a 2-color print to get my logo on there that I just kind of like sit on top of my Stream Deck now. So I get to look at my logo whenever I see my Stream Deck setup. But I did some dragons in that color as well, and they came out really, really nice. So I'm thinking the next giveaway, I'm probably going to be doing more in this purple, and I might do like a keychain of some kind and give those away. They'll be a little cheaper to ship too, because I can just use padded envelopes for those instead of sending out giant dragons. So we'll see. But I've got plenty of boxes to ship out these dragons. I ordered another box of boxes. I bought a box of boxes just to ship out those dragons, and so they'll be packaged up as safely as I can. And people are receiving them, and they're showing up in one piece, which is fantastic. I like to hear that, and some of them are posting pictures as well. So So that was the dark gold. Pink wants to know the cinnamon sparkle filament. So the cinnamon sparkle is the glint red from filament 1. So it's a really cool. They call it red, but it's a kind of a cinnamon rust color, and it's got a bit of a sparkle in it as well. I don't know how well the camera will pick it up. You can kind of see some of the sparkle on the side of its face over here by the horns. By the horns over here, you can see a bit of the sparkle in there on the camera. And so the sparkle is a little bit subtle, but in the in sunlight or whatever, it actually stands out, and it's a really nice color to print with. Thanks, Arsenic, for summarizing those. Is 3D printing still expensive? Not really. You can buy a 3D printer now as cheap as 150 bucks, maybe $200 with, pick up a couple of spools of filament. A spool of filament is $20 to $30. I can print 5 or 6 of the Imperial Dragons on a single spool of filament. And I can print probably 6 or 7 of the regular dragons on a single spool of filament. And so as you start finding these really nice filaments in there, the transition ones that I like, and those all got picked up in a hurry, like the red and the gold, or the 3-color one that you just saw, or getting into like the blue and the aqua sort of mix. There are a lot of really cool filaments out there that do that color transition. So is that for me?
No. Where are the stamps?
They're upstairs, but I'll find one for you a little later. I don't have any down here. Who are you sending a letter to? Okay. My youngest son has written a letter to our president, which is cool. What infill do I use for the dragons? I think I use 2 perimeters and I believe 10% gyroid infill, just for holding the shape. These things don't need a lot of structure, so you don't need a lot of infill. You really only need infill to help hold the shape if something is going to distort because it's taking compression forces. And honestly, a lot more of the strength of a 3D printer part is going to come from the perimeters than the infill. The infill is really just to hold the structure in place, where the perimeters are what's going to give it the strength. And I learned that from Stefan from CNC Kitchen, because he did a whole bunch of tests on like what gives things strength. Is it the perimeters? Is it the infill? Is it the amount of infill? Stuff like that. So 3D printing is actually not that expensive, but is it expensive is like asking somebody, is it cold outside? It's kind of a relative sort of term. Some people are like, oh my gosh, $200, like I can't afford that. And some people are like, oh, $200, I spend that on coffee every month. So I mean, is it expensive is kind of a relative term. I would say from a general economics point of view, it's not that expensive from like getting in an entry-level printer. Now, like most things, like, oh, I want to learn how to play guitar. If you buy a cheap guitar, it's not going to be a great guitar. Not to say that buying an inexpensive printer is going to be like a piece of garbage, but you're probably not going to get like a lot of great features, and the print quality may not be like outstanding, but it's a good way to kind of test the water and see if you like it. The other thing, if you're interested in 3D printing, what I would suggest is actually go find a library in your area, or call your library, like a public library, and see if they have a 3D printer on the premise that you can go and try. And just kind of get the idea of like how long does it take to actually print something, what's the quality of it, what model did they use, how quickly can it print, what's the quality of it, how nice does it look. Do you have to stay there at the library while the thing prints? Usually you do, you have to stay. And so you want to try to find something that's going to print relatively fast. Like little models and little figurines may only take like an hour or two, depending on the quality of what it is you're printing. These dragons can take 24 to 40 hours, depending on the level of quality that I'm printing them at. So, but playing around with a 3D printer and being able to access a 3D printer just to try it out and see if you like it is a better way than investing a bunch of money and then realize you don't like it. I would say something more in the $300 or $400 range for a 3D printer is probably going to be more suitable, where it's still kind of that entry-level hobbyist, but that's almost getting more into a mid-range hobbyist price range. But you're going to have a better quality machine that's going to be able to print better kinds of models, maybe a little bit faster, certainly with better quality, and so on. Okay. Did you already seal this up and stuff? Do you have to put the actual address for the White House on there?
But that is the White House address. It's just the White House.
Really? You just
Mm-hmm.
can chat confirm this for me? Do you just address a letter to the president to just go to the White House in Washington, D.C.? You may want to like, you know how to lick the glue on the envelope, or you don't like the taste?
I don't like the taste.
It helps seal it a little bit better. That way, if the tape falls off, it doesn't fall apart.
Because,
Plus, now the government has my DNA. They already have my fingerprints, but now they have my DNA. So you didn't say anything like bad in this letter, right?
no.
No. What kind of stuff did you say? You don't have to tell me the whole thing. But what's the, like? Give me the 30-second summary.
Do I have to?
No, not in front of all the viewers. No, certainly no. But I'm just curious what's in the letter. We can chat later. Cool. No, yeah. Let's chat about it first. Not this moment, but like, don't put it in the mailbox like right this moment. Cool. Watch those videos. Realized I was using way too much infill. Yeah, you don't really need that much infill. Unless you're like my kids, for example, they were constantly like they would hang up their towel after taking a shower, and we had the bar on the wall, and they would put the towel over, and then they would kind of hang on the thing, and they kept pulling the thing off the wall. And so I 3D printed these little hooks that are literally like this kind of shape, like this kind of C shape, and you just drill them into the wall with a couple of studs. And I used a kind of filament that was it's a company that's not around anymore. They're called Maker Geeks, and they had this filament that if you actually print the thing and then boil it in water for a few seconds, it realigns the crystal structure of the plastic, and it made it incredibly hard and durable. And once I got those things drilled into a stud in the wall, like the kids were hanging the towel on there and then hanging themselves on the towel, and these things didn't break. And I mean, at the time you were like 50 pounds. Now they're double that. So I'm sure if they were to do it now, they might crack. Plus they've been up there for a couple of years now. But for those, I was using like 4 or 5 perimeters and like 30% infill or 40% infill. But you never want to do like 100% infill. That's just a waste of plastic. Most 3D prints that you're going to do don't need more than probably 10% infill. And again, the infill is really just to maintain the shape, especially if you're taking like compression forces. But if it's just something that you're like putting on a shelf somewhere, like even 5% infill is really all you need. You don't really need much more than that.
Also, hello, Mellow Ruru.
Hello. Somebody posted a link for how to send something to the White House. So thanks, Arseniac. Let's go take a peek. Got phone numbers. Send a letter. 8.5 by 11. See, you got to put the actual address on there. 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue Northwest. So you can just write it off to the side here, but don't like make the print a little bit smaller so that it only takes up like that much space on there.
Yeah.
If you can fit 1600 Pennsylvania Ave Northwest. Cool. Thanks, appreciate it. But yeah, I'm happy to nerd out on 3D printing at any time. But let's wrap up the stream for tonight. Appreciate everybody dropping by. Thanks for entering the giveaway. Congratulations to those that won. Again, I'm going to get these boxed up over the next couple of days and start sending them out, especially for the international folks. Those will ship out, including the ones to Canada. I'm going to try to get to the post office tomorrow. If I can't, I'll try Saturday. But again, we got a storm coming in. We could get up to 13 inches of snow out here. So we'll see what the weather's going to be like. It'll probably be all melted, frankly, by Monday, because it's supposed to be back in the 70s or something early next week. So it's we just got this weird cold snap coming through long enough to dump some snow, and then like it'll start warming up again. So worst case, I'll get them mailed out Monday, and I will send you a message on Twitch with tracking information. So make sure that you send me a Twitch message with your name and your mailing address for those that have won, and then I will get those out to you as soon as I can. Fun fact, you can go to USPS and get a flat rate box for free. Yes. But the flat rate boxes are enormous. And the flat rate boxes are, they were like $5, where the little 6-inch by 6-inch box is like $6 to send. So it's like an extra $1 to send the smaller box, but then I don't have to put as much packing material in the box to make sure the dragon shows up in one piece. Because the boxes are quite large. Like they also weren't thick enough, as I recall. Because these things, when you tip them on the side, the head with the horns is more than 2 inches, and the internal size of those boxes was like 1.8 1.6 or 1.7 inches or something. So I was worried, like if someone like crushes the box, that it was going to destroy the dragon. So I wanted to go with a bigger box to make sure that they were going to get there in one piece. But also because the boxes were quite long, they were like 16 inches long, and the dragons coil up into like that 6-inch box just fine. There was going to be a lot of empty space in there that I was going to have to fill with bags or newspaper or something, and that's just extra packing material to get thrown away. So I wanted to go with the smaller box. So I don't mind paying the extra dollar for the shipping to put less packing material in there to ship the dragons. So cool. All right. Yeah, we're getting snow out here. Yeah, we're supposed to get like 6 to 13 inches of snow over the next 2 days. Cool. All right. Bake it instead. You can bake it, but you have to be extremely careful about how long it's in the oven and how hot the oven gets. Where if you boil it, like boiling water is only going to go to a certain temperature, but in an oven, the temperature can fluctuate a lot more. And if it goes much higher than 212 Fahrenheit, it'll actually like melt and destroy the plastic as opposed to realigning the crystalline structure by boiling it. And I actually still have some of that filament. It's called Raptor PLA. And it was really nice filament to print, but as a business they were a little shady, and they started getting really bad reviews and their business tanked, and they went out of business. So yeah, anyway, it was really handy too, because by boiling it, it hardened it, and then it also made it more temperature resistant, to the point where as long as your hot water heater wasn't set too hot, you could actually put prints in the dishwasher. And so people were making like cookie cutters and like food safe things out of this PLA. PLA is not typically food safe, but because you could put it in the dishwasher, it would like scrub it out a little bit, or in a sink of hot soapy water, it would like hold its shape a little bit better. And so it made it really really handy. Like the kids program that we did, we were actually doing like cookie cutters for kids and just telling them like, hey, get a toothbrush to like scrub the thing clean, just to get on any like leftover dough, because you don't want to build up bacteria and stuff in there. But when you boil it, then it was able to go in the dishwasher. So good times. All right, well, let's go find somebody to. Well, you can't shop Maker Geeks anymore. They went out of business a couple of years back. Let's go find somebody to raid. Rufio's still online. Finance Singularity's still online. I think we raided Rufio last time, so I don't think we'll raid Rufio again. I think we'll go raid Finance Singularity. Let's go see what they're up to or how long they've been streaming, just so we don't show up and they decide to leave. They've been streaming for 3 hours already. So we'll see. Mark is a really good guy to go watch, though. He's really good at sort of instructing about the programming that he does. And they renamed. Send me more information on that. I didn't know that they renamed themselves. I thought they just completely went under. Cool. I'm going to go set up that raid. We're going to go raid over to Finance Singularity. Make some noise in chat when you get over there. And yeah, he's really good at just showing people about programming, but some of his interactions in his live stream are like things I aspire to do. It's pretty cool. So we'll see you over there in a couple of minutes. Thanks for hanging out tonight. I may stream again over the weekend if my internet kind of holds out and I can get my other streaming computer back online. I may try and stream again. But if not, I will definitely stream Sunday morning, and I will catch you all on the next stream. Thanks again for dropping by. Make some noise in the other channel when we get over there, and we'll see you next time. Cheers.